Hello viewers, in today's class we are going to discuss these two important integrals involving the trigonometric functions, right? So let us start. So here we'll solve these two integrals by using a direct result, right? And we can also verify the result by making use of the trigonometric identities and by the usual method of integration. So here in the first integral, we have the limits 0 to pi and sine 6x cosine of 4x. In the second integral, we have 0 to pi, sine of 7x and cosine of 3x. Right. So what we observe here that we have the integral in both the cases from 0 to pi. Right. And moreover, the integrand is the product of sine function and cosine function, right? So it is a combination of sine function and cosine function. So here if we take sine of px, here we have sine 6x, here we have sine 7x, right? So we can take the general term as sine px, and here we have cosine terms, so we can take cos of say qx, right? And where p and q are some positive integers, right? So whenever we come across with this type of integral, and if p and q are positive integers and the difference between p and q is even, then the direct value of this integral is equal to 0, right? So here the important condition is that the difference between p and q must be even, then the value of this integral from 0 to pi is equal to 0, right? So let us now here compare these two integral with this one, and we can easily see that in the first integral the value of p is 6 and the value of q is 4, and the difference p minus q, that is 6 minus 4, is 2, which is even, right? So the direct value of this integral is 0, right? And in the second integral, the value of p is 7 and the value of q is 3, right? And the difference p minus q is 7 minus 3, that is 4, which is also an even number, right? So the value of this integral is also equal to 0. So this is how by making use of this result and this condition, we can easily fix the values of these two integrals, right? Okay, now here I would like to mention one important point, that what will happen if the difference between p and q is odd, right? So when the difference between p and q is odd, then the value of this integral is equal to 2p divided by p square minus q square, right? So when the difference between p and q is odd number, then the value of this integral is not equal to 0, but it is equal to 2p divided by p square minus q square, right? So let us here consider an example, right? Suppose we have to find the value of this integral, that is 0 to pi, and we have say sine of x and cosine of say 4x, right? And here if we compare this integral with this one, then we see that here we can take 1x, right? So the value of p is 1 and here the value of q is 4, and the difference between p and q, that is 1 and 4, is minus 3, which is odd, right? So the value of this integral can be obtained by this result. So this is 2 times p, p is 1, so here we have 1, and then p square, that is 1 square, and q square, that is 4 square, right? So we have 2 divided by 1 minus 16, and this is 2 over minus 15, right? So this can be written as minus 2 over 15. So this is how we can find out the values of these kind of integrals.